It's day 5 of 30 days of sketches. And it's also the first Monday of the month, so it's time for the All About the Mouse collaboration. I've got my 30 days of sketches all in this box, and I've built it from day 30 first at the bottom of the box. And so at the top of the box is always the current day. This is my day 5 kit of sorts. We'll put this box aside and hop into this collaboration. For All About the Mouse for June, our theme is Animal Kingdom. And for the 30 Days of Sketches, which is hosted by Christy of Christy's Beautiful Life, we're using this sketch. The sketch is by Kaezmum, Jennifer, and I will link to her YouTube channel down in the description. I really love this sketch. It calls for 4 photos, square photos, and I am using photos taken at Animal Kingdom at the It's Tough to Be a Bug show. It's a 4D show, and they give you these funny ant-looking glasses to watch the show, and I took a selfie because I thought it was hilarious. And then I took photos of the movie posters that they display before you go into the show. And I thought, well, these might not exactly be square, but I think I can make this layout work. I have a cute die cut of an ant. It's the ant from some of the different Disney movie. I thought this would be a great embellishment for the page. And then I've pulled some stickers from my stash to also embellish the page with. Bug stickers, of course. So those will go on last. I'll set them aside. To get started, I'm going to go ahead and crop these photos a bit, and then things will start falling together, I think. Jennifer's sketch does call for 4 square photos, but that may not happen. Let's see, because maybe it will happen. We'll see. I'm going to try to trim these to 4x4. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll just modify the sketch, which is a nice thing about working with a sketch. You can modify it and just take inspiration from a sketch. I thought the movie posters were really, really funny. They kind of did versions of movies, like classic hits, like instead of Annie, it's Auntie. And then instead of a chorus line, a cockroach line. And then this is, instead of Beauty and the Beast, it's Beauty and the Bees. So as we were waiting, I took some photos of those funny posters. And then on the way out, I took a selfie while I still had those glasses. You had to turn in the 3D glasses on the way out of the movie. But that was fun. You gotta laugh at yourself sometimes, I think. And that was definitely a moment to laugh at. We looked so silly in those glasses. Oh, I did it. Okay, I've got 4 4x4 photos. That's perfect. So we've got the 4 4x4 photos. And Jennifer's sketch kind of calls for some elements in the background. Looks like her sketch may inspire mixed media, but I'm going to use torn paper, and I'm just gonna do some layering with torn paper that I think will be a lot of fun. And then at the end, when I add the bugs, I think it'll just start to pull together. "30 Days of Sketches" always leaves me with lots of awesome paper scraps. I have a bin right next to my scrap space where I can throw the paper scraps. You probably recognize some of these papers from the first 4 days of scrapbooking here in 30 Days of Sketches. So I'm just leaving this handy so that I don't end up with just a random mess. Well, let's be honest, I'm going to end up with a random mess after 30 Days of Sketches, but at least I've got a spot where my scraps can land, and that will help. Paper scraps are a favorite of mine for sure. One thing I like to do a lot with scrapbooking is to use a photo as a page title. So when I'm out taking photos, when I see a sign like this one for the show, I'll take a photo of that, knowing that I will eventually scrapbook it and use that as the page title. Just gonna kind of get things laid out here a bit and get that layering set up. Into the scrap bin. Okay, let's go ahead and start getting things adhered. Recommend the Scotch ATG for scrapbook and card making adhesive. This is available on Amazon, and the adhesive refill rolls are very affordable. I've used the Scotch ATG for many years and highly recommend it. As an Amazon associate, I do receive a commission for qualifying purchases, and they ask us to be quite clear about that when we're talking about it and sharing links. So I try to adhere to that as closely as I can, and I only recommend products that I truly love and highly recommend. So if you ever hear about something on my channel and I'm saying there's a link, just know it comes with my recommendation, but there's also never any pressure. It's just for convenience of viewers when I talk about my adhesive and what I use. Just, it's often a question I get asked, so I like to try to share that. Okay, time for the bugs. These stickers are actually called faux enamels, so they're supposed to kind of look like almost like enamel stickers. It's from Paper House. I got these for Christmas, and I thought they'd be perfect for this page. I like to include labels on my scrapbook pages, and I at least try to record the when and where. If I'm not doing a lot of other journaling, when and where is something that I find when I look back at pages that it helps to say, oh yeah, that was in September of that year. So, there we go. Now for the bugs. I like to use stickers as sort of photo corners and let them overlap some of the pictures. When they're smaller like this, it works out well. And we have lots of butterflies here, so this will be fun to incorporate them. Down in the description, I'll put a playlist where all the YouTube creators are sharing their takes on the 30 days of sketches. There's also a link to a Facebook group that you can post your takes there and get inspired by all the many takes and styles that people have using these sketches. Keep on scrapping and paper crafting, everyone. Are you still here? Bonus content, I forgot about the ant die cut. Gotta get that on the page. I'm using Art Glitter Glue, also a product available on Amazon, and it's really good for fine details gluing because there's some really little parts on this ant, and I want to make sure that he gets adhered to the page. Even those tiny little antennae, I can get a little spot of glue. And I love the precision tip on this Art Glitter Glue. When I stopped recording, I picked up the layout and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot the ant. Everybody's gonna think I forgot about the ant. Now it feels really done. All right. Now keep on scrapping and paper crafting.